What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Oscar De La Hoya, Ryan Garcia. Get this. Golden Boy Promotions files lawsuit against Ryan Garcia, Lupe Valencia to enforce the contract. Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions filed a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia and Lupe Valencia, Garcia's attorney and advisor, on Friday in United States District Court of the Nevada to enforce its valid promotional agreement with the boxing superstar. According to the 10-page complaint, a copy of which was obtained by BoxingScene.com, Valencia has over the last year or so directly interfered with Golden Boy's ability to communicate with Garcia and to negotiate the best deals and the fights for the popular junior welterweight contender. Golden Boy also accused Valencia of interfering in negotiations for his huge fight against Gervonta Tank Davis and with talking to other promotional opponents and promoters both before and after Garcia lost to Davis on April 22nd. Golden Boy disputed in its complaint Garcia's absurd position that their promotional agreement is void and unenforceable as well. According to ESPN.com's Mike Coppinger, Garcia's legal team sent Golden Boy Promotions a demand letter last week in which it alleged multiple violations of their promotional agreement that invalidated it. Golden Boy attempted to resolve this matter informally, according to the complaint, but it was forced to a lawsuit to protect its rights as Garcia's exclusive promoter. 25 does are also listed as defendants in the lawsuit, but only Garcia and Valencia have been named thus far. The lawsuit, filed less than 2 months after the loss of Garcia from one of the biggest fights of his career, who was knocked out by Gervonta Tank Davis and made an undisclosed career high purse plus a percentage of the pay-per-view buys that reportedly totaled approximately $1.2 million in the United States for the Showtime pay-per-view fight versus Davis. Golden Boy has been proud to work with Ryan Garcia for the last several years and to help catapult him to the kind of stardom that led him to the biggest payday. Okay. De La Hoya, of course, is a six-division champion and a Hall of Famer, and had hoped to meet with Garcia recently to discuss potential opponents for his next fight. But that seems like it doesn't happen. Garcia previously took issue with De La Hoya and Golden Boy partner Bernard Hopkinson not attending the post-fight press conference. After Davis defended him, Eric Gomez, De La Hoya's confidant and Golden Boy's president, did attend the press conference. In addition to his discord with Golden Boy Promotions, Garcia parted ways with trainer Joe Goosen. Since his last loss to Davis, he hired Derek James, who trains Errol Spence, Jermell Charlo, and Anthony Joshua to replace Goosen. And let me counterpunch. We got a big shit show, people. Okay, and I think it's geared more towards Valencia than Ryan, but Valencia influences Ryan, so it's actually a package deal. But I think they want Valencia out of the way so they can get Ryan back to the way they expected him to respond and to cooperate with his promotional company. Now, to be fair, it was shitty not to see Oscar De La Hoya there, not to see Bernard Hopkins there as well at the post-press conference for the first loss of this young superstar's career. It was. You know, I don't care who you are and what the situation is, who you were a fan over. That was not right, okay, because they should have been there. And I don't believe the whole, I feared for my life. Me and Bernard, let's get out of here. I didn't believe none of that, because at the end of the day, if you feared for your life, Oscar and Bernard Hopkins, Bernard didn't say that, but Oscar, if you feared for your life, you wouldn't even be in there. You would be somewhere in a penthouse suite, sitting up in Vegas, watching the fight in a bathtub jacuzzi with some lines and a drink and your girl. Okay? If you were that afraid of someone giving you death threats, you wouldn't be in that arena. So you mean to tell me you can show up with all those people around you, but you didn't want to show up for the press conference or the post-press conference? I don't believe it. And neither did Ryan Garcia either. and neither did Valencia. And that is the real reason we're having these problems. Okay. They're trying to blame it on Valencia, but Valencia, whatever he's speaking to Ryan Garcia is making a little sense. You know what I mean? He's his advisor and he hired him for a reason. Okay? Because Ryan's paid. Ryan's been paid. Ryan's a social media YouTube guy. He can do whatever he really wants to do. He really doesn't even have to box no more. He can just make videos of how fast he is with his gloves on. You know what I mean? And his followers will follow. That's what they do. Follow. Okay, so on top of the money that he's made, you know, from that one fight. So Delahoya, I think this is a ploy to get him back to where they want him versus where he is, because where he is, he's not in a desperate position either. Okay, so that's the last thing you want, someone young, flashy, scorn, to be led astray or to be led away from you. And I mean you, I mean away from Golden Boy. Because they know he can go anywhere after that, you know. And Derek James is one of the top trainers now. So, you know, he left Goosen, which I wouldn't have done that, but he left Goosen. And I think at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, I feel that Ryan Garcia can do whatever he really wants to do. I don't know if they'll settle out of court. More than likely they should. But if Valencia presses the issue, which he may do, they may end up in court due to that document that was filed against Team Garcia. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Golden Boy Promotions filing a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia and Lupe Valencia to enforce the contract for Ryan Garcia to fight under Golden Boy. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!